Hello everybody, my name is Rebekah. Welcome back to my channel, and today's video is going to be all about time management tips and procrastination avoidance. So I made my very first cup of Zoe was all about, like, years ago when I was like maybe 14, 15, was all about procrastination and how to avoid and beat procrastination. So I highly recommend checking out that video as well, but I felt like, you know, doing an updated version of it with some updated tips and tricks and advice that I have for you guys as somebody who doesn't procrastinate usually. Like, I obviously have my moments where sometimes things get left till the last minute, but usually doesn't happen for me, and I have some advice for all of you as for what you can do to beat procrastination and manage your time the best you can. I've gotten this video suggested to me a couple times because you can tell in my vlogs I don't like to procrastinate. I am highly motivated and productive, and you know, sometimes it comes from a place of low self-esteem and I have to push myself. Well, I don't have to, I just do push myself beyond how productive I should be. Like, I'm hyper productive, I'm overly productive. I don't need to be as productive as I am, but I do like to be productive. It's not totally because I'm forcing myself because of low self-esteem. It's partially because I just enjoy being productive. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. Avoiding procrastination and maintaining proper time management are incredibly tricky to master, but once you get the hang of them, they become an integral part of your routine. It's really important to avoid procrastination and to maintain a proper time management so that you can maximize your productivity and prevent anxiety from building up. So without further ado, here are 10 steps I have to master the art of time management. Firstly, start with small goals. Don't overwhelm yourself. Time blocking and task batching are very helpful. Task batching is basically when you organize your tasks in a way where you're doing related tasks at once together. Multitasking or trying to do all these various kinds of different work at once usually won't produce your highest quality work, and you will likely get overwhelmed. Secondly, I have organize your tasks and goals. Create some sort of plan or schedule for yourself that aligns with your daily responsibilities and stuff you need to do every day. And a lot of these steps I have are cumulative. So you gotta start with the first one and then do the second one and then do the third and so on. So I highly recommend doing these in order, and that's why I ordered it this way. So yeah, first things first, organize your tasks and goals in a way that makes sense and that you have all of the related tasks, like tasks that are related to each other, with each other, you know what I mean? Now I have identify why you're procrastinating. Is it because you think your work won't be good enough? Are you nervous about something ending or changing? Whatever it is, identify that reason and work through it tactfully. That's really important. You have to identify the reason behind why you're procrastinating, because it's not just happening for no reason. There is a deep-seated reason that it's happening. So it's important to identify what that is and work through it. Focus your attention on one thing at a time. I touched on this earlier, but don't try to do everything all at once. That is just daunting, it's overwhelming, and it won't produce your best work. Yes, focus on one thing at a time so you can produce your best work and you won't get unbearably overwhelmed or stressed out. Remove distractions or remove yourself from distractions. If you can't focus on your work with music or loud noises or with movies or television on or with lawnmowers going on in your neighborhood, find an environment to work in that works for you. And just in general, it's really important to remove distractions. Like, if you don't need your phone for whatever work you're doing, don't look at your phone because you're going to get distracted. Like, put your phone on do not disturb too. I personally usually like to work in my living room in my apartment, but I also have worked in my school's library and other places just for a change of pace or when there's too many distractions going on here. It's really important to also forgive yourself. Don't beat yourself up or judge yourself too harshly. It's not healthy. I know we're all our own harshest critics. I mean, some people aren't. Some people have unbelievable confidence, and good for you, but it's important to forgive yourself. Nobody is perfect. Everybody makes mistakes.
Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has those days.
But yeah, just try to be forgiving of yourself and don't beat yourself up too much. It's also incredibly essential to develop healthy habits and to discipline yourself. Continuously practice your healthy habits so that they become ingrained in your brain. With that, it's important to break unhealthy habits. Everybody has their unhealthy habits, and it's really important to work on trying to break those healthy habits and replacing them with healthier habits. And you can discipline yourself by focusing on done one task at a time and focusing on it until it's complete. Remind yourself of how accomplished you'll feel when it's finally finished. This personally always helps me. All of these always help me, but this really helps me. Reward yourself when you're finished. You deserve it. That really helps to boost motivation. Importantly, remind yourself of why you're even doing this task and why it's important to you to feel that accomplishment. And obviously that's going to vary for each person, but that's a really important tip I have as well. Something that also personally really helps me is, and this is kind of the foundation of why I don't procrastinate. This is kind of the driving force as to why I don't procrastinate. I have to remind myself of how anxious I'll be if I wait till the last minute. Waiting until the last minute to do things, especially when I know I can get it done before the last minute, like I have the time and opportunity to put in the energy and effort to get it done before the last minute, and I know I can get them done well before they're due or when they have to get done. That just creates a hell of a lot of anxiety for me. That just might be me personally and related to my personal struggle with anxiety, but I think deadlines in general stress people out. Don't let yourself wait until the last minute and cause this anxiety. I know it's easier said than done. It took me years to get to this point, but with practice, it naturally becomes easier. So just, you gotta follow all the rest of these steps and continue to discipline yourself and continue to work on it actively. The last tip I have is to know what time of day you're most productive and take advantage of that. If you're a morning person like me and you feel the most productive in the morning and you can accomplish the most in the morning, then spend most of your time and energy and effort working in the morning. If you're a night owl and you prefer to work later in the day, then work later in the day. Take advantage of that. Just know yourself and know when works best for you, when you feel the most productive, and take advantage of that. It might seem simple, but it's a good reminder, I feel like. Just know what time of day works best for you personally. So that's gonna be it. Those are all of my tips and tricks related to time management and beating procrastination. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was kind of on the shorter side, but this is all I have for you guys. If you want me to expand on any of these points in the comments, feel free to ask me any questions you guys have. But these are just some basic things you guys can implement into your lives to make things easier and prevent anxiety. And like I said, there's always a deep-rooted reason why people procrastinate. It's not just like I didn't feel like doing it. There's always like a reason why, and it's really important to identify what that reason is and to work on it and to work on yourself and work on bettering yourself all the time. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Share this video and my channel so you think you might be interested, and leave me comments down below. Make sure you guys get copies of both my books, my memoir Battles on the Borderline, and my poetry book and erotic anthology of my psychology, and follow me on all my other social medias. Everything is linked down below. Alright, that's gonna be it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you guys in my next one. Bye!